So I've had a lot of people ask me, do you think Joe Biden is going to institute martial law? And my answer would be probably. If you look at all the facts surrounding Texas, if you look at what's going on in Texas, if you look at Ken Paxton, I'm not sure where Governor Abbott is. He's probably at a World Economic Forum meeting in India or something. I think him having his face on their website, knowing who they are and what their plan is, I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
But do you denounce martial law and the Great Reset?
I promote Texas and America.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, he is the one who has power right now in Texas. That's why I said deputize all of us and then go back to India or wherever the hell you are. But the question is, will Joe Biden institute martial law? Here are the facts. We have an election coming up. They're doing everything in their power to make sure that Trump either gets disqualified from running, is not on enough ballots, arrested, charged, in prison. The list goes on and on. So what other way can they stop him from winning? Because he's going to win. Well, it's either they rig it again, and I got to tell you, if they were able to do it when Trump was president, without all the resources of being in the White House, without having an entire administration behind you, in my opinion, it's probably going to be an easier thing to do if you're already president. And one of those ways that he can do it is institute martial law. Look at what's going on with the border right now. I mean, there's probably a 99% chance that Biden federalizes the National Guard. And then what happens? Well, let's listen to one of my favorites, Beto O'Rourke, before we even talk about it.
If he's not going to follow the law, then it is up to the president to make sure that the law is followed by federalizing the Guard. I know that is a big step for the president to take. I know that folks don't want to inflame the situation. Time for the president to take control of this. I know he wants to. I know that ultimately he will, but it benefits when people around this country provide that public pressure.
First of all, dude, nobody likes you. You don't even like you. Okay? Let's get that out of the way first. God, your face is annoying, dude. Just so you know, this guy switches lanes every couple of days. First, he's a big gun control guy. Then he's I'll run for governor and I'll be fair. Now he's, I don't know, a big China dude. He wants communism. Look, dude, you guys can federalize the National Guard here, okay? Do it. Do you think anyone here in Texas gives a shit? That's 10,000 people. 10,000 people. You know what they're armed with? Yeah, they might have a little more equipment than the civilians here, but we have numbers. What do you think Abbott's going to do if Biden one day says, okay, your National Guard is federalized? Do you think they're going to obey your orders? I sure as hope not. But then listen to Abbott.
If Joe Biden federalizes our National Guard, that would be the biggest political blunder that he could make. And that's why I think he will not do it. That said, of course, I am prepared in the event that they do make such a blunder to make sure that Texas will be able to continue to secure our border.
And then if that doesn't work out, what do you think he's going to do? Do you think he's just going to raise his hands and give up? I think not. I think he knows that the citizens really like Texas. I mean, we love it and we will fight for it. And it doesn't matter what kind of fight it is. It doesn't matter if it's a psychological fight. It doesn't matter if we're in the street duking it out. We care about this place. And we care about it to the point where there are talks about Texas seceding from the Union. I'm going to give you all my opinions on it. I want to see what you guys think in the comments about if you think that's a good idea or not. But let me say this. For me, I think it would be the easy way out, right? I think it would be extremely good for gun laws. I think we wouldn't have 95% of the woke BS as long as somehow we can send Austin back somewhere to the States. And I think it would just be a better situation. But the question that I have is, are we ready to give up on the United States of America yet? For me, no. We got Trump coming in less than a year. He's going to go to work. And this is one thing that I definitely want to say. The other states that are considered woke, like California, New York, I don't know the rest. There are a lot of people there who are like you and me. They're just stuck in a crap state. Maybe they got family there. Maybe they got people they care about there. Maybe they got a job there, whatever it may be. And I keep going back to this, but if you have numbers, if you say no more, it changes things. You know, but at the end of the day, if you look at the issues going on in America, and then you look at what we're doing, not us, the government, it's just sickening. I mean, it's almost laughable. It's like you guys are so hell-bent on just letting people come into the country, that you're willing to federalize a National Guard that is protecting our people. It's not just Texas, it's everywhere. They're coming through Texas, but once they're in, they can go wherever they want. And it's funny because a lot of the drug users in America, they're on the left. I personally won't even have a conversation with someone in person if they're using drugs. There's no point. Get sober and then we'll talk. You're useless to me when you're like that. But how many of these people on the left use drugs? And let me tell you how stupid it is. What do you think they're lacing drugs with? Why do you think there has been so many fentanyl deaths in America? They're lacing it with fentanyl. You do a little downtown Austin at some bar on 6th Street, it's a pretty good chance there might be some fentanyl in there. But these people are like, oh no, let them all in. We don't need a National Guard. We don't even need a wall. Just let them in. So I want to hear what y'all think as far as if Texas should secede. I'm excited to read your theories on it. But I want to end with this. If you own a business, let's say a gas station mart, and it's busy all day long with people who are paying customers, right? People who are supporting your business and saying, here, I would like to give you money for the service you're providing. And then one day, a bus full of people comes into town. They come into your store and they say, sir, we love your stuff, but we have no money. We have nothing to trade, but we're going to take it anyways. What would you do? Would you say, okay, oh, fuck it. Go ahead. No, you'd probably grab your gun. You say, I'll give you 3 seconds to get the fuck out of my store. That is literally the best way that I can explain our border issue and what's going on in this country and what us here in Texas are trying to save us from. We have a bunch of people in the U.S. who we want to support, who want to work, who want to support businesses, who want to say, okay, I'm going to pay my fair share here. And then we got a bunch of people down south or wherever the hell who want to say, okay, we want it all for free. We want to come in and we want it for free. What the fuck? Serious. How does anybody get behind that?